Yeah, Sarah, what I think is really scary is that this all happened right around 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're now approaching this 7 o'clock hour, and I do not get the feeling from police that they have pinpointed Steve Stevens' location. Now, police are receiving hundreds of tips of sightings of white Ford Fusions. I just got off the phone with the head of the police union, and he's begging owners of white Ford Fusions to have patience tonight. You're likely to get pulled over just to make sure they are checking all white Ford Fusions to check to see if they can find Steve Stevens. So just be patient with police officers tonight. You are going to see lots of police officers, not just Cleveland police officers, but suburban police officers in the area tonight. As you heard the police chief and the mayor say that police officers are doubled, almost tripled up because they have so many officers in this area, especially the East Cleveland area where it seems like this has all started. This will end peacefully, but as night falls, it gets more and more dangerous. There are a lot of more areas where he could hide. It's easier to hide at nighttime. It's a lot more difficult for people to call in and see something, make those calls to 911. Now, I have been told that they're still receiving lots of tips, and that's a great thing, but they're having to go through all of those tips one by one. That takes a lot of time. This started around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and here we are going on past 9 o'clock, and Cleveland police still have not said if they've pinpointed an area, a neighborhood, kind of closed down on an area where this suspect could be. So, they've opened it up to suburban police departments, sheriff's departments, statewide alert. Everyone is looking for Steve Stevens. Hopefully, he is caught soon and caught peacefully. Guys, back to you.
All right.
Well, UH Main Hospital and Rainbow Babies is still on lockdown. You can see there are several security guards out front of the building right now. We've seen several police officers, security guards circling the building just to make sure that everything is safe here. Now, you guys were talking earlier about, a couple of white Ford Fusions that have been pulled over. And I actually talked with the head of the police union earlier tonight, and he actually said to me, everyone who has a Ford Fusion, please be patient and understanding. Police are going to diligently search every white Ford Fusion in this area. Take no offense to it. They just want to be diligent. They want to make sure they get this man and they get him peacefully. So if you have one of those cars, either stay home or understand that you might get pulled over, you might get a couple of questions. And of course, people are calling in tip lines all across the area if they see one of those cars. And that's a good thing. We want to make sure that this man gets taken off the street as quickly as possible. He has already proven himself dangerous. It's dark out here. It's hard to see. He could be hiding anywhere. So if this can end as quickly and peacefully as possible, that would be great. But for now, UH and Rainbow Babies continues to be on lockdown. Several of the other institutions in the area, Cleveland State, they are not on lockdown. Of course, I just saw that University Circle, they tweeted out that they want all of their residents. They're, of course, not instituting a lockdown there, but they want everyone just to be cautious, be cognizant of their surroundings, know what's going on. The police chief mentioned earlier, the city is not on lockdown, but be careful, know what you're dealing with, keep your eyes and ears open, and if you see something, say something. You've heard it hundreds of times, but really, that's probably how this man is going to be caught. Yeah, we're at Euclid Beach Apartments, and we've moved around as we hear tips from police officers and from others calling us and emailing us and tweeting us on social media, taking advantage of the medium, getting the information out about Steve Stevens. Now, they thought they spotted a white Ford Fusion in this parking lot parked. Now, of course, police are very diligent about checking out all of those tips that come in. They came here. When we pulled in, we saw 4 or 5 police cars, some marked, some not, driving around the area, checking it out. Of course, doesn't appear that they saw anything. We haven't seen anything. They were just taking off as we pulled up, but they are taking every tip seriously. We also talked to a Case Western police officer earlier today, about an hour or two ago, and he said they had a very similar situation where they spotted a white Ford Fusion and they pulled that car over really hoping that they were going to end this manhunt, and it wasn't the case. They were really hoping that they could have ended it peacefully then and there, but police are still asking for your tips as nightfall has come on us. You know, it's dark, it's hard to see, it's a lot more dangerous for police officers. So for police officer safety also, we're hoping this ends soon and peacefully. Guys, back to you.